Hello. How are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You are welcome. How are you doing this fine day? How you feeling? Tonight, I'm going to be talking about holistically healing your fibroids and alternative methods of healing. Okay? Different things different alternative methods that might be useful to you. Let's see. So, I hope that you have been getting some helpful information from these webinars and this information that I've been sharing with you. I am very passionate about seeing people heal themselves and about more women just getting it together, because a lot of us are sick. A lot of us are unwell and we don't even know it. So, very, 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 very happy to be getting this information out to you all. So, if you haven't watched the first 3 webinars, I encourage you to visit aishanicole.com, click on the webinars tab, and you can see me there. You can hear all about the root cause, about herbs and yoni steaming, as well as about the emotional and spiritual causes. That was last week's, or part 3 that happened on Sunday. So I'm going to continue with alternative healing modalities. So alternative healing modalities outside of just outside of the herbs, outside of whatever medication you may be taking. There are some other things that you can do to assist yourself holistically while you're working on healing your fibroids. So make sure you have your notepads and your pens out so you can take some notes if necessary. Or again, the replay is always on my website under aishanicole.com webinars, okay? So the first thing I wanted to talk about was why we might need alternative methods of healing. For some people, they have tried everything under the sun and it just still hasn't worked for them, Maybe they've gone to the doctor, maybe they tried the embolization, the fibroids came back. Maybe they tried changing their diet and they didn't shrink, they just grew. Maybe they tried several different things that didn't work for them. So I wanted to just give you some more alternatives. I'll just keep sharing information. It's not a one-size-fits-all thing. We did not manifest the fibroids with the same behavioral patterns or doing the same things or for the same reasons. So we're not going to all heal them in the same manner either. So I encourage you to take from this what you need. And you might have to do some trial and measure. It's a journey. The healing is a journey. It is not a pill that you can swallow and all of a sudden it's fixed. The only quick fix is the hysterectomy. And if that is your choice, then so it is. I wish you the best with that. But if that's not your choice and you desire to not go that route and you want to either still have children, or even if you have children and you just don't want a hysterectomy, you just don't want to go through surgery, you just don't want to be cut on, you just don't want your womb removed, then this is for you. I just wanted to address, for the women that have had hysterectomies, it's a very sensitive topic. This is a really sensitive subject for women. Even if you've had your womb removed, the essence of your womb, the spirit of your womb is still there. It still lives there. You still can steam. I've had people ask me that question. Can I steam? I don't have a womb anymore, or my uterus was removed. Yes, you can still steam. Yes, you can still pray, and hold on to your womb. Yes, you can send positive healing energy to your womb area, okay? Because energetically, it's still there. You're still a woman. You're no less of a woman because you had your uterus removed. And that's really important for me to say that. I don't want you to feel excluded from these topics or these conversations if you've had a hysterectomy. It's happened to a lot of women, or a lot of women just chose to because that's what they wanted to do. It worked best for them. This is not about judgment. This is about healing, okay? And for those that do not want to go that route, giving them some other healing modalities that they can do. But for those that have already gone that route, I just have to say it again. You are still a woman. You are still whole. You are still beautiful. And you are still able to manifest wonderful things from your womb space, okay? You are no less than because that's been removed. And I know that's it's an emotional topic. It's something that a lot of women may struggle with after they've had it done, or for those that are considering having it done. I don't have any judgment either way. I'm just here to support those that I'm able to support, and that don't want to go that route, or you still want to have a child, or you just, again, want to keep your womb. So I just wanted to start it off with that, with acknowledging that, okay? Alternative methods of healing. What worked for one might not work for all. So some people I know have been successful with healing their fibroids just from changing their diets and, changing their diets, taking the herbs, steaming. That worked for them. But it's been my experience that it is a almost like a prescription that's made just for you. So it's really based on you, your lifestyle, what you've got going on, and where you need to target things emotionally. I'm not going to talk too much about medicine today or about the physical aspects of the things that you can be doing. Now we're going to talk about just simple things that you may not have thought about. Some people have A, B, and C in place, but they're missing D. Or B, C, and D, but they're missing A. And like I said, it's a gumbo. It's a medley of ingredients that is going to create your healing for you. So the first alternative healing modality that a lot of people don't even realize is a healing modality is meditation. Yes, meditation. So those that meditate, great. You already have that. Check that off the list. For those that don't and have been intimidated by meditation, you start where you are. If you start with 2 minutes, you only have 2 minutes that you can stay focused, you start with those 2 minutes and add 1 minute a day. The benefit of the meditation is to get you into the habit of quieting your mind so that you are able to hear. So you're able to receive the downloads that may be coming to you. So you can learn and hear and recognize the voice of your womb. Because I want to keep this around the fibroids and womb wellness. So one activity that I recommend that my clients do is to take their hands like that, put them over the womb, and go into a meditative space. So taking time out to just slow down your breathing, relax yourself, inhale, exhale, quiet your mind. Now, I've heard people say, all these thoughts come into my head when I'm meditating. I can't focus. That's okay. Again, start where you are, baby steps. So I was fortunate enough years ago to take a prayer and meditation class at the Science of Mind church that I used to attend. And one of the things that they helped us with was with focusing on meditation. So we used a book. I can't think of it. I know the author is Ram Dass, but I'm not thinking of the title of the book. Hopefully it'll come before I leave. But one of my main takeaways from the book that helps me still to this day with meditation was when you go into meditation, maybe visualize a river that's flowing. And your thoughts are like lily pads that are on the river, constantly in motion, constantly in motion, right? As a river flows, it's always moving, it's always filtering, it's always moving. So our thoughts are very much like these lily pads. So thoughts are going to come up. Thoughts are going to come, thoughts are going to go. Thoughts are going to come, thoughts are going to go. Now, instead of focusing on the thoughts, i.e., you're sitting there, you're quiet, you're doing your breathing, and the thought pops up, what am I going to eat for dinner tonight? What am I going to wear to work tomorrow? Oh, shoot, I forgot to buy my airline ticket. When am I going to go and do that? All these thoughts are going to come into your mind. They call it the monkey mind, because your mind is jumping around from place to place to place as you are quieting your mind. So instead of answering the thoughts, i.e., I'm gonna have tacos tonight. It's Tuesday, Taco Tuesday. I'm gonna eat a meatloaf or a pot roast or whatever. I'm gonna wear my blue suit tomorrow. Instead of doing that, allow the thoughts to come and allow the thoughts to go, and just watch the thoughts move on out, like you're watching the lily pads float down the river, float down the river, float down the river. Okay, that was a very, very helpful task for me. I know me personally, I have a very active mind. It's always a ton of thoughts going on in this head. So meditation, when I first began, meditation was challenging in the beginning for me. My little woo-wop fell here, so give me a second. There we go. Meditation was challenging for me in the beginning until I got that tool of the lily pads, right? Letting my thoughts be like lily pads on the river that are moving, and instead of focusing on them, allow them to come, allow them to go, allow them to come, allow them to go. That is, hey, blessed boss girl. That's just one tactic that you can use while you're meditating. And again, the purpose and benefit of starting a meditative practice for yourself is to be able to quiet your mind and hear what's going on internally. Again, these bodies are always talking to us. They're always attempting to communicate to us. We're just desensitized. Most of us just can't hear what's going on in the body. We can't feel what's going on in the body because our senses are so heightened all day, every day, all the time by all these external things, television, radio, social media, drama that's on TV, drama that's going on in your life. We don't know how to just come down and be quiet. So we've become desensitized in our bodies. So you can't even really tell what's going on. A lot of people don't even know something is wrong with them until it's very late in the game because we're not paying attention to our bodies. We need to pay attention to your bodies. You get a new mole that pops up, you should be able to recognize that. If anything changes on your body, you should be able to recognize that because you are the master and God of your own body. No one else can tell you what's going on with your body. That your doctor can't tell you about your body. They can use their machines. They can help diagnose things. Again, this is not me trashing medicine because it has its purpose. But they can't tell you about what's going on in your body. They can't tell you if you had something new pop up. They can't tell you about, hey, I used to have a cycle for 3 days. Now I have one for 6 days. They just can't advise you on those things. So I really urge you to start to spend more time being more attentive with your body. That within itself is an alternative healing modality. Just being more aware and conscious of your body. And the meditation is truly going to help you with quieting your mind so you can listen to your body. Okay? I want to just keep it focused on what we're doing. So if that's not your thing, let it be your thing if you're on this path of healing, because you have to be able to concentrate and just listen to what's going on. One other method that I recommend is affirmative prayer or affirmations, speaking to your womb. But you need to be able to quiet your mind and focus in on that area before you can go in and start speaking to her. Okay, so once you've quieted your mind and you're in a peaceful place, maybe start working on doing some, and you can write these out for yourself, some affirmations for yourself, or say specific prayers for yourself, whatever your faith may be. But Say it to your womb specifically. A lot of things that are for our highest good in our society are ridiculed or dumbed down so that we're not going to attempt to partake in them. But they're for your highest good. Your body can hear what you're saying. We hear about thoughts or things. Where the head goes, the body follows. That's physically, like if we were in dance class doing that, and where the head goes, the body follows. But that is also going on internally with what's going on. So if your thoughts are trash and are toxic all the time, or you're not happy with your body, you're talking bad about yourself. Oh, I'm just this, I'm just that, I'm just too skinny, or I'm just too fat, or I'm just too whatever. Don't you understand your body hears that? Your cells hear that? And so it is. Our bodies are always creating and moving and working and healing, even when we're asleep, even when we're not paying attention to them. They're always listening, and our body is always doing some form of work. So I personally want my body to be working for my highest good at all times. That means you have to be very mindful of what you allow in here, and what you allow to come out of here. Thoughts are things. So if you're feeling down, you're feeling sorry for yourself, you can't figure out, oh, I'm just never going to be able to have a baby. If that's you, I'm never going to be able to have a baby, because I've got these fibroids, blah, blah, blah. Then so it is. You're not going to have a baby. Your mind is more powerful than you realize. Your thoughts are more powerful than you realize. So you're always creating. You're always creating, always creating. So stay mindful of your thoughts. Another helpful healing modality, just to bring more awareness to your thoughts, is a 3 C's fast. I learned this from an elder, which was the 3 C's are criticizing, complaining, condemning, which we do all day, every day. I mean, all day, every day. We are criticizing, we are complaining, we are condemning something or someone about something. We're seeing it even more now with these wars going on between, vaccinated and unvaccinated, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to go into that on this channel, but we're just seeing people criticize each other all day, condemn each other all day for decisions that they want to make. So last I checked, free will was still prevalent. So whatever a person chooses to do for themselves, that's their business. They're sovereign beings. That's their business. What are you doing? What are you doing for yourself? What are you criticizing about yourself? This is also applicable to yourself, not just what's going on outside of you. So another alternative method that I recommend you start trying for yourself is a 3 C's fast. You might start with a day. I recommend you do 7 days. Some people need to just start with 7 minutes because, again, their thoughts are trash. They're trash. So you have to get in control and learn how to manage what's going on in here. No one else can manage that for you. If you're easily influenced by things that you see, you believe every single thing you see, you believe everything you read, you might need to take a fast or a break from social media or for some of these news outlets, because everything you see is not real. Everything you hear is not real. Everything you tell yourself is not necessarily real, and it's not necessarily the truth. So, 3 C's fast. Start with the day if you've never done this or before. And I also encourage you to get like a notepad or something like that, because you're going to slip up. Guaranteed. Okay? Get a notepad or something and just write, columns. Criticize, condemn. What was the other one? I can't believe I forgot that. My brain just said condemning, no criticizing, no complaining. We'll realize that we do this more than we even realize. So the purpose of this exercise is to bring your awareness to here, which was coming into here, what's processing in here, what's coming out of here. Write it down for yourself. And then at the end of your fast, take a peek at it. Because again, most of us don't even realize it. I am conscious of this fact, right? And of that thoughts or things and of my mind. And then I still slip up and have to do this with myself, especially when it comes to self-criticism. What are you downing yourself about? We have to learn to be more gentle with ourselves, because again, our cells hear us. Your organs hear you. They have ears just like you out here. So if you keep telling yourself, I'm this, I'm this, I'm this, and that's not what you desire or aspire to be, you're only going to see more of this and none of that. So once you get into your habit of sitting and quieting your mind and learning to meditate, once you become more aware of these 3 C's, right? How toxic your thoughts may already be, and how you need to reorganize those things, then you can work on bringing some affirmations in for yourself, replacing the this with the that. Instead of I am so fat, you can counter that with the opposite of I'm so fat. I'm so fat. The opposite of that. I'm really working on getting my health and body in a place where I love it more. You could change the word fat to voluptuous. I'm so fat. I'm so voluptuous. I'm so skinny. I'm so lean, and I'm so fit. Just you come up with your own things that you need to counter, but it's generally going to be the opposite of whatever one of those 3 C's are that you can bring in for yourself. And maybe write a list out and do these things every day. If you're working on healing yourself, it's not going to happen with just 1 or 2 days of you doing the work. It might take you 60 days. It might take 90 days. It might take 6 months. For some of you, it might take you a year, because you might have to do a whole lifestyle shift. You might have to revamp your whole life, your environment, your job, your diet, your rituals that you do for yourself, because they're all rooted in toxicity, which is just contributing to the fibroid or any other dis-ease you have in your body. This is applicable to any dis-ease that you could be experiencing in your body. So, meditate. 3 C's fast for yourself. Affirmations. You can write them out. You can download some. I have a product that I've been working on called Womb Formations, which is basically a card deck of affirmations that you can just do for yourself or intuitively pull from. And that might be something that you need to focus a little bit more on based on what you pull for yourself. But there's tons of tools out here. Since we have the internet at our hands, everything is accessible. If you don't want to do the work for yourself, that's okay. You contact somebody like me that has done the work for you, and then you just order it, and I'll send it to you. Okay? The 4th healing modality that I wanted to discuss was acupuncture. You may have heard me mention acupuncture before in one of my other videos. Acupuncture was extremely helpful to me on my journey. I say. That's wonderful. This comment was, everything you just said, I've been doing that with God. Absolutely. Always pray. Whatever your belief system is, pray. If you don't believe in God, pray to yourself. But pray. Because that also is an awesome healing modality that helps significantly. There was a lot of prayer that went into me healing my own body. And I still pray every single day. Acupuncture. Acupuncture, for those that aren't familiar with it, is basically balancing these energy channels through your body, which are called meridians, that apply to, they correspond to different organs that are within the body. So you have a meridian, for your liver, for your stomach, for your spleen, for your gallbladder, for your heart, So anywhere where there may be an imbalance going on internally, and remember, our emotions impact our organs too. We talked about that in the last video in part 3, about how our emotions can throw your organs off. Anger, rage, regret will mess up that liver, will throw it off. Fear, you're watching the news all day, you stay on the COVID channel all the time. What do you think that's doing to your body, to your kidneys? For the last 18 months, everybody's body has been experiencing more stress just because of the times that we've been living through. And for those of us that are still here, we thank God that we're still here and that we're surviving and that we're healthy. But the work is not done. We still have to do all that we can to stay healthy. And that means controlling what's going on in here, controlling what's coming into here. So, I have my news limit each day. I'm going to watch however much I need to watch for the day. But if that's all you're feeding yourself, that's all you're eating, it's like trying to be healthy and all you eat is French fries from McDonald's all day. Like, come on. That's not balanced. So for just as much scary stuff that you take in each day, you also need to take in something positive, something uplifting, something that'll make you feel optimistic about continuing tomorrow, something that'll make you want to keep going. Lots of people are like depressed right now, suicidal even. Some people, I've known of 2 people within the last 60 days that have committed suicide. I hope that's none of you that are watching this video. But it's been a lot that's going on right now. So one of the beauties of acupuncture is it can, based on whatever symptoms you have, it can tell you what organ is going on in your body. Your acupuncturist will be able to tell you that, okay, about what's going on in the body. For example, you can have an issue like all of a sudden you have hazy eyes and your vision is hazy and you wear it even with your glasses on, and it has nothing to do with that. Your gallbladder could be off. Your gallbladder channel is off. That was something I learned from my acupuncturist. Like some days I recognize, like, wow, some days my eyes are kind of just blurry for no reason. I don't know why. But like there's a haze or a filter over my eyes sometimes. Gallbladder channel is off. Went to go see the acupuncturist, treat the gallbladder channel. Boop, 40 minutes later, the issue really was gone. It works pretty quickly for some things, particularly if you're addressing pain. So if you have dysmenorrhea or really bad cramps as a result of your fibroids, having acupuncture treatments before your cycle or maybe even during your cycle, very, very helpful. Is really was supportive to me in helping with balance and managing your pain. So a lot of people go to acupuncture to manage their pain, but they also can treat the wound and treat the area where the fibroids are. Strengthen the liver, because I keep in each of these videos I'm talking about the importance of having a healthy liver to help filter out all of the excess junk that's in the body. But if the liver is already full, it's like a garbage can that's already full, you can't put anything else in there. So those fibroids are going to just grow and grow and grow and grow and grow. Can't filter out the excess estrogen that's feeding them. That liver is really important. We don't hear about it. It doesn't get a lot of press like the heart and the lungs, but it's just as important. You might be able to go a little bit longer without having a healthy liver, than you can when your lungs versus when your lungs are impaired or if your heart stops. You might have a longer leash on that thing, but it's still just as important. So if you're dealing with fibroids and you want to, again, heal it naturally, I urge you to go seek an acupuncturist. If you're in the Atlanta area or in the Bay Area, I can make some recommendations for you. Just, hit me or go to the website rather and schedule your free consultation with me. That'll be one of the things that I can share with you. If not, you can, research and look for one online. Once you decide that you want to do something, even if you don't have all the tools for it, it'll start to come to you. You'll just start to attract what you need to yourself. So don't worry about if you don't have all the answers. Just make the decision that it's something that you want to do and let the answers come to you. You will have to do a little due diligence, like, maybe a Google, maybe read some reviews, maybe ask a few people that you might know that may have that information for you. It's a few things that you might have to do, a little work you got to put in. But once you're on the roll and you've made this decision to heal yourself from whatever you're healing yourself from, it's just going to take momentum. It's like a ball or a rock that starts at the top of the hill and starts to roll down the hill. It starts out slow, but as it continues to progress, it picks up speed, like a snowball. It just picks up speed, picks up momentum. That is how you are going to attract the things that you need for your healing, once you decide to say yes to yourself and just get started on your journey. So, acupuncture. Me personally, I actually was in the acupuncture office having a session. I was going every week at the time, and I actually passed a fibroid at the office. It was like amazing, scary. I'm laying on the table. I feel something going on. I didn't know what was going on. I just felt a lot of stuff going on, but a lot of releasing also. Sometimes acupuncture is going to open up Pandora's box, per se. So you can have some trauma that's been stored, and you've been storing it in your body for years and years and years, and it just may open the door and all that stuff comes up. So it was a very emotional session for me that day, and I was crying, and all these thoughts were coming up, but they were coming up so they can come out and be eliminated. And at the end of the session, I went to the restroom, and literally the fibroid just dropped out in the bathroom. I've heard stories from many women that have passed their fibroids. They've just passed them. They just deliver them like babies. Your body dilates depending on the size of it. It's going to dilate. Your cervix will dilate and everything. Kick this sucker out. But I was actively working on it. I was taking the herbs. I was doing the steams. I was going to acupuncture every week. I was doing my affirmative prayer. I was telling my body that I am going to heal. You're healing. Not I'm going to heal, but you are healing. You are actively healing. Until I was able to feel comfortable enough saying you are healed. When I first started out, I didn't believe that. So it's important for me to train my mind to believe in the things that were unseen. And that's really what affirmative prayer is. It's speaking it into existence. So, meditation. The 3 C's fast. If you don't know what that is, please rewind on the replay. Affirmations or affirmative prayer. Acupuncture. And the final thing that I'm going to share with you this evening, because I don't want to bog you down with too much information at one time, is something as simple as what's called grounding. For those that are not familiar with grounding is just when you go and you take your feet and you plant them on the earth. You put them in some grass, sand, dirt, whatever, just the earth. This earth is alive, okay? And it is always absorbing all sorts of stuff from our bodies. But because of our lifestyles, a lot of us don't spend a lot of time outside anymore. So a lot of work, years ago, there were certain things that our ancestors or our grandparents or great-grandparents, they just didn't deal with because, one, they were eating real food, which is another thing. A lot of them had to grow and cultivate their own food, so they were naturally working with the earth on a regular basis. They spent more time outside, so they got more vitamin D. A lot of us, people of color, we hate the sun. We don't want to be outside in the sun. Do you know how healing the sun is? All of the most of the studies that I have read for myself personally about this disease that's going on right now, one of the main things a lot of the people have in common is vitamin D deficiency. So you can get your vitamin D by taking it, taking the pills. But the best way to get it is with the sun, getting it from outside, spending at least 30 minutes, a day outside to get your vitamin D levels. Because a lot of us are vitamin D deficient. Many of us are. So, grounding. Start with 10 minutes. 10 minutes a day. If you can take 10 minutes a day and just go and sit on the earth. Sit on the earth or stand barefoot and just allow the earth to just absorb a lot of that negative energy, anxiety, and stress from your body. That is going to assist you with your healing. It's often a lifestyle change, not just a dietary change, not just different vitamins or herbs you're going to take. It's a lifestyle change. Your lifestyle needs to be in alignment with your healing. You have to take audit. You have to audit your lifestyle. How am I living? Am I happy? Am I sad? If I'm sad, is there anything I can do about it? Do I have any control over my sadness? Are my circumstances making me sad? Am I sad in my relationships? Am I angry with my parents? Do I have regret about my career? I mean, the list goes on and on and on. But all of those thoughts, dear, impair and impact your womb if they are not in alignment. So I urge you to really sit with yourself and take inventory of your life. Look at your life. Because again, these fibroids didn't just appear overnight. You weren't born with these. You manifested them. They grew. They grew in your body. Just like your teeth grow. It's like your hair grows. They grew. So what was feeding them? Only you can answer that question. The people selling you the herbal infusions can't answer that. I can't answer that for you. Your doctor can't answer that for you. If you go see a therapist, they may be able to assist you with uncovering that information for yourself. Just, through a series of questions or whatever they have for you to go through. But they can't answer those questions for you. You have to answer them for yourself. And it starts with the first thing that I recommended. Just sitting still and being honest with yourself. So many of us lie to ourselves every day. What are you lying to yourself about? Where do you want to make change? It doesn't matter if you don't know how. Because again, the first step in change is acknowledging the change that you desire to have. So my change is, I don't want to have these fibroids anymore. My change is, I don't want to go under the knife to remove them. My change is, I don't want to have a hysterectomy. Okay, that's step one. The ball or the snowball at the top of the hill has now started to roll. What am I unhappy about? What don't I like about my life? What don't I like about myself? Write those things down for yourself. You're the master of your own life. So you have to determine those things for yourself. Okay? So grounding, spending time outside, gardening, going to the park. And if you're not a nature person, that's okay. Get over it. Just go outside for 10 minutes a day. Take your shoes off. Let your feet get in the dirt. You'll start to feel better. I've heard people get rid of headaches like this, just phantom body pains, like, oh, my body hurts here, my body hurts there. Go outside for 10 minutes. Go and put your back up against a tree, hug a tree, Put your third eye on the tree. See what happens. The earth is powerful and very, very healing. So that is my 5th recommendation for the evening of alternative healing modalities. There are many, many more that are there, but again, I don't like to compound too much information in these or make these too long because I know people's attention spans are very short. Okay? This Sunday, I am going to be releasing my fibroid course for those that are interested in learning how to holistically heal yourselves. I encourage you to go to my website, aishanicole.com, and sign up under services for a consultation. It's a free consultation because I keep reiterating it's not one size fits all. I can't just say, hey, do A, B, and C, and then boom, you're going to be good. You're going to be healed. No, it's different for everybody, so we need to have a conversation about it. And I'm more than happy to do that with you. And then determine if I have something that can help you or if we need to recommend something else for you. Let's just get the healing done. So I give thanks for your time, for the fact that you've been listening to me right now. I encourage you to share these webinars with other women that you know that might be dealing with some of the same things. If you missed the first 3, they're on my website, aishanicole.com, underneath the webinars tab. And it's a plethora of information that's there to help you out. Okay? So thank you for tuning in. Much luck, love, and success to you on your healing journey. And again, if I can support you in any way, please sign up for a free consultation, aishanicole.com. Take care of yourselves. Have a great day or evening. Peace.